Hello, folks. We made it through the term. Traditionally, when I'm in a face-to-face class, I give a last lecture. So please bear with me as I try to take a 45-minute lecture and boil it down to 10 minutes at the max. We've had an interesting journey this term as we began looking at why assessment, the purpose of assessment. Do we really need assessment? All kinds of assessment. You've performed marvelously on the assessment projects and all the other things that you've done in this class. And I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for taking the class. But we need to think a little bit deeper here and think about why we're doing what we're doing. The root word for education is the Latin word educare. And it literally means to lead oneself out or to set oneself free from. So education then is a process of setting oneself free. We began looking at this whole notion of assessment and saying, all right, what knowledge can we measure? What goals can we measure? What abilities can we measure? What's the purpose of the measurement to begin with? When we began looking at our lives and all the assessment that we have taken and we've participated in, sometimes it's a little mind-boggling. From the simplest little informal assessment to major standardized assessment pieces, we've all taken them, and sometimes we've done exceedingly well and sometimes we haven't. But we have to look back and ask ourselves, what was the purpose of it all? Has it had a major impact on my life in a positive way? You know, we look at humanity and our world around us, and we began to see all these things where we're extremely different from one another, and at the same time we're so much alike. Maybe we are equal based on that principle of uniqueness. We're all totally unique. If you can imagine a tapestry, and on that tapestry was woven every event in human history from the beginning of recorded history and beyond, before that even, to the present day, we could stand in the cave dwellings and marvel at the paintings and really look at the expressionist artists today and say, well, we haven't evolved that much. Maybe our methods have, but what we're trying to express really hasn't changed. Our fears, our doubts, our concerns, our loves. And you'd see in that tapestry all the great acts of charity, of humanity, and in each generation from the present to the very earliest. You'd see war, man's inhumanity to one another, slavery, bigotry, all of those things that we strive to deal with in a democratic society and in a new world. If we look at that tapestry, we'll see that every culture from the very beginning to the present has been woven together by three strands. There's a golden strand, and a scarlet strand, and a black strand. The black strand represents man's quest to know the truth. One great teacher said, seek the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And sometimes that strand is just a basting stitch, but it's there. We'll look closely and we'll see the scarlet strand, and sometimes a whole culture is awash in a scarlet hue. That scarlet strand represents man's quest to be free. One great teacher made the statement, without the shedding of blood, there is no freedom. And the golden strand, present in every culture, every generation, from the beginning of recorded history to the very present, is man's humanity to man. Simply as simple, as offering a cup of cold water to a thirsty person. My question to you, and for you to ponder, is how will the Master Weaver weave your life into the tapestry of humanity? What will your signature be? Well, let me put it to you another way. If I knew Aladdin, and I could borrow his marvelous lamp, and I was granted 3 wishes, this would be my 3 wishes for you, my class. The first wish is that you would fall in love with your life all over again. Albert Schweitzer made this statement, that when a man stops taking his life for granted, but beholds it as something unfathomably mysterious, thought begins. Your life is a precious gem. It's something to behold. Matter of fact, it's the only thing you truly possess, and you only possess that for a moment. Standing in awe of your life. Standing in awe of life itself. That's my wish for you. My second wish for you is that you would engage in a quest for truth. That you would leave no stone unturned as you seek the truth, because the truth will really set you free. My third wish is that you would discover your humanity, and that you'd learn to extend a cup of cold water to a thirsty person. Alas, I don't know Aladdin, and even if I did, I doubt very much whether the blank would lend me his lamp. But as an ancient sage, an old teacher, a man with a white goatee, I'm granted one wish. My wish for you is that you would become a philosopher, nay, not an academic philosopher, encased in an ivory tower, but a teacher, a lover of wisdom, a seeker of truth, a discoverer of humanity, standing in awe of your life. It's been good being with you this term. I don't know what this last lecture has to do with assessment and how we assess our ability to stand in awe of our existence, to seek the truth and discover our humanity. Maybe we do by looking at the world that we live in and how we have an impact on that world, and the world has changed simply because we are. Thank you for taking my class, and may you have a rich and full and prosperous life. Thank you.